What's going on, guys? Niko here, and this is the last video of our Avicii series where we are breaking down his top 20 melodies. Now, in this video, we are going to be going through Excuse Me, Mr. Sir, Never Leave Me, Peace of Mind, Bad Reputation, and Rapture. And I highly suggest you watch through all of these videos, even multiple times, because the information you're going to take away from Avicii's songwriting is something I couldn't find anywhere else. And as you probably saw in the other videos, I went through every single Avicii song. I broke down all of his melodies, all of his chord progressions, and the value, it literally changed my life. Like I feel like I doubled my output as a songwriter just from learning so much from one of the best songwriters that ever existed. And I really want to thank Avicii for putting this together. So by the end of these video series, your melody writing will dramatically improve. I have absolutely no doubt. Your songwriting improve, your chord progressions will improve. You will learn a lot of things that I was playing piano for 24 years and I never knew about. So with all that being said, make sure you watch the video from start to finish. Watch the entire thing. It will be worth your time, I promise you. And let's get to work. Quick announcement before we jump in. I am giving away a free piano lesson. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, comment down below piano mastery. I select one winner every week from the comment section. Additionally, for the music producers out there, check out the free Avicii chord progressions MIDI pack down below in the description. It's been very valuable to study these chord progressions and use these in your own production, since my MIDI is organically recorded. It sounds like a real piano in whatever DAW you're using. With that being said, let's get into these 5 last melodies in our Avicii series. All right, so the first melody is going to be from Excuse Me, Mr. Sir, and it sounds like this. All right, let's break down what's going on here, and you'll see if you've been watching these videos thus far, there's a lot of similar elements. The first one being the going down the 6th chord in the key of C. And again, we're playing on all white keys here. Everything is in the key of C. And the way Avicii goes down with his melody, so the melody starters are literally the 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, and then 5, 6, 1. Or 5, 6, 8, I sometimes call, because it goes up. And then in the second part of this melody, 3, 5, and 6, right? So he's going down, and then, so the third part of this melody is a copy and paste from the first part of the melody. So we go back down, and now instead the last melody changes up a little bit, and it goes like this. And we've seen this a lot too, the A minor cluster chord broken out in just a different way. He's taking the E and jumping it down. So let's play this one more time, and then we're going to move on to the next melody. It goes like this. All right, so that's Excuse Me, Mr. Sir. Now let's get on to Never Leave Me. So the melody in Never Leave Me sounds like this. So again, there's a lot of repeated elements that are going on in this melody. For example, the first part of it, that 5, 6, 1, and the 7 going back to the 1, right? And then the next part of this melody, 3, 2, 1, again using these 3 notes right here and these 3 notes right here. And then it repeats again, the same melody repeats 2 more times. Right, and the chord progression I'm playing is just an F, G, and A minor there. So that's never leave me. Again, some parts that we've gone over in part, the video part 1, part 2, part 3. All of this is building up, and as I'm playing through these final melodies, I'm like, wow, like we're having some key takeaways here. I guess I have to make a couple more videos on the key takeaways of all these melodies to summarize, but we're seeing Avicii and like what made his music really stand out through this video series, and that is the fact that he's using these melody starters and these melody rhythmic patterns. All right, number 18, Peace of Mind. So in Peace of Mind, there's a melody that plays throughout very subtly, and it sounds like this. So it's a pretty simple, I'd say, just ARP, and the way it's working is, it's a lot of more clustered together intervals. So the first one is just going from A to E. So again, we're using the 3, 5, and 6. Now we introduce this accidental, which is like 4.5 basically, because it's an F sharp. So it's like in between the 4 and the 5, so it's 4.5. And the reason why we can use this is because we're using the D major chord. Now, if you go back to the chord lineup videos, you'll notice where I talk about the circle of fifths that certain chords in this chord lineup, you can accidentally sharp and turn them from minor to major chords, or major to minor, or diminished to major. There's a lot of variations here. So in this one, we're taking the second chord in the key of C, which is normally a D minor chord, and we are making it major. So this allows us in the melody region to include this F sharp. And then as we go through our chord progression, we go back to an F major chord, which gets rid of the F sharp. And then we just have the, 4, 3, 3. So let's listen to this one more time. So nothing too crazy here, just a quick melody I wanted to throw in there to show you guys what happens when you borrow chords, and that when you do borrow a chord, you can include the elements, whether they be sharps or flats, into your melody. Now, 2 more in the top 20 Avicii melody series, and this one is Bad Reputation, and I really like what he does in the introduction of Bad Reputation. It sounds like this. So the first part of this melody goes like this. So he's octave jumping. And octave jumping always sounds good in my opinion. It's one of the most underutilized melody writing tactics. So he's doing this. And going 7, 6, 5. And then from there, he jumps down and does a little bit of an arpeggiation down here. Again, using these 3 notes that Avicii loves to use, the C, the D, and the E. So we have right here octave jumping. And then from there, we go into the chorus, which goes like this. So then we're going to go into the chorus, which sounds like this. And what Avicii's using is he's using these repeat notes, these quick grace notes that add to the... And again, we have the 3, 5, 6 melody starter. And then we almost have this full-on A minor chord. We have the A, the C, the D, and the E, the 6, 1, 2, 3. And then we notice some variation because I broke this down to 4 parts, and you'll see the third part is almost exactly the same as the first part, but there's a minute difference. So in the first part and then in the third part, That little, just nice little melody, I don't know what you want to call it, melody sprinkle on top of the cupcake right there. And then we have pretty much identical to the second part other than a quick repeat note. So that's Bad Reputation. It had some good components to it, including the octave jumping in the beginning. And then in the drop, we notice a very similar melody starter being used, 3, 5, 6, as well as the almost A minor chord. It's like an A minor cluster chord. Now, the last melody we're going to go through is from Rapture, and it sounds like this. And we notice this Rapture notes are taken from an A minor 7th chord. And again, if you're looking to construct these chords, check out the piano cheat codes PDF down below. It's a free download. So what's going on here is Avicii starting off with an octave jump. So he's going like this. So he's going from the 1, and then he's playing the 6, 5, 3. And then he's playing D, C, D, E, A. And again, we have this commonality between him using these 4 notes together in a melody sequence. So here we go. All right, so with all that being said, that concludes the ultimate video series of the top 20 Avicii melodies broken down. Again, if you've watched up and through till this point, your songwriting is going to dramatically improve because no one's ever I couldn't find anywhere online where everyone broke down every Avicii melody, broke down its components, broke down everything. And this is something that's very valuable to everyone out there because songwriting, when we think about songwriting, a lot of times there's a lot of challenges behind it. But if we can grab some inspiration and get inspired by other artists, it'll help us progress. And there's so many different tactics that Avicii uses that a lot of other artists use now and also used before him. So it's like Avicii just, what he did through this process is he found his signature sound. And hopefully this is helping you find your signature sound. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit the notifications bell. If you are a music producer, check out all the free MIDI downloads. I have chord packs for you guys, the Avicii chord packs, Agala, Elenium, many more to come. And again, if you want to work with me one-on-one for free, comment down below Piano Mastery, and I'll select one winner from the comment section every Friday. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this video series, and I will see you in the next video.